Anthony Joshua was the real hero of this year. A few weeks ago I wrote that I was very unlucky because I had selected Lewis Hamilton to be the BBC Sports Personality of the Year. The bet placed on the day before the news broke that the world F1 champion had been implicated in the Paradise Papers tax avoidance scandal. The stain over his offshore investments, though they're perfectly legal, why so, counted against Hamilton, who finished 6th in the poll behind Mo Farah. Obviously the great British public was in a forgiving mood on Sunday night, given that Farah himself got tax exile status as long ago as 2014. That and the link to his under-fire coach Alberto Salazar should have done for Farah's chances, and he was a 51 shot in the betting at one stage. Still, the public spoke, and just like Brexit, you have to accept the verdict of the great unknowing. I have to say that Anthony Joshua was robbed of the main award, and the fact that he was not in the top 3 tells me that even an Olympic hero turned world heavyweight champion is not guaranteed to get his just desserts when Spoddy is reduced to being a vote about celebrity rather than achievement. The proof of that contention was Johnny Peacock finishing 3rd. Does anyone seriously think that he would have made the podium without his stint on Strictly Come Dancing? There also has to be some suspicion that a phone-in campaign by motorcycle petrolheads was what got Jonathan Rea voted into 2nd, because I'll bet huge numbers of those watching the program had never heard of the 3-time Superbike world champion from Northern Ireland. Doing that hat-trick was some achievement by Rea, it should be stated, and maybe the votes of his fellow Northern Irish people also helped swing the result for him, but it does show that Spoddy is open to being manipulated. So never mind Spoddy, Anthony Joshua, for I hereby nominate you as my personal favorite sports person of 2017 for your remarkable achievement in defeating Vladimir Klitschko. Quite simply, that 11th round stoppage of a true legend of the sport was the greatest come-from-behind victory by a British champion that I can remember. Let's just hope Tyson Fury can beat his demons and get back in the ring against Joshua for what would be the biggest British fight of all time. My other top awards all feature Celtic and their individuals. There can be no question about them being Scotland's Team of the Year in any sport, despite their Champions League thrashings, and now that Hearts have ended the 69-match run, maybe the ex-Invincibles can relax and play the sort of free-flowing football we have not seen from them too much recently. Had Scotland's Rugby 15 beaten the All Blacks, however, they might well have been my Team of the Year, and at least we can look forward to the Six Nations with relish. Brendan Rodgers has to be Manager of the Year. Yes, he had plenty of advantages and the paucity of Rangers' challenge helped, but he still formed a team and got them playing football that swept all before them domestically. I do worry that he is a bit inflexible in his tactics, however, and now that Hearts have shown how to beat Celtic, he will need to vary things to deal with teams that will press his players in future. Still, to go almost a season and a half unbeaten by any of your domestic rivals and win 4 trophies in a row put Rodgers at the peak as a manager. The Footballer of the Year for me has been Scott Brown. He is the dynamo of Celtic, the beating heart of a team that, like him, can have off days yet never gives up. Hopefully when the Real Player of the Year awards are handed out at the end of the season, Bruni will be recognised for his contribution to Celtic and Scotland. It was another Celts performance for Scotland that provided the footballing highlight of the year. When Lee Griffiths' second free-kick goal landed in the England net at Hampden back in June, I really did nearly hit the roof. And no guesses about the heartbreaking moment of the year: Harry Kane's equaliser seconds later that stopped the celebration stone dead. Best moments of my sporting year were Sergio Garcia winning the Masters, the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl in utterly sensational fashion, and above them all, the victory of one for Arthur in the Aintree Grand National. What a horse, what a jockey, and Derek Fox and a quite magnificent trainer in Lucinda Russell. In my book, it was Scotland's greatest sports feat of the year by a distance. Bad moments? Reading that Rangers statement about Derek McInnes not being up to managing a club like Rangers, so why pursue him the way they did? Easily the most grasped piece of nonsense in Scottish football this year, and there was a lot of that around. I still cannot believe the Scottish Football Association is serious about moving from Hampden. By all means improve the stadium and its environs, but we need Hampden, and I'll be campaigning in the issue soon. Watching Usain Bolt ending his career in defeat and pain at the World Championships was easily the worst moment of my sporting year, but overall 2017 has been a magnificent year for sport. Loved it all, and next week I will make my predictions for 2018.